All right, good morning, class, and welcome to this lesson on Basic Math 4, Converting Units. Today we will know the symbols and prefixes for all units in AP Physics and how to convert to the base unit. So, we're going to have a lot of units in physics, and so these prefixes will give us an idea of the scale of what we're talking about. I mean, we do have some basic units, like we have meters, we have kilograms, seconds, or excuse me. These are some of the more basic things we're going to see all the time, but we're going to see other units as well. We're going to see newtons. We're going to see pascals for pressure. We're going to see Teslas for magnetism. So we're going to see a bunch of units. But in front of all of these units, we might have a prefix. Like, oh, we have kilograms here. I'm not sure what I'm thinking. Like we might have a centimeter. You've probably have heard of this. That's something very basic. We might have a micrometer. Okay, a micrometer. We might have a microsecond. Okay, or a nanosecond. Or in more common computer speak, we might have a megabyte or a gigabyte or a terabyte. So these all just represent scale. So these prefixes give us an idea for how much of there is of something. So let me clear this away. So let's go to computers because people typically know that a megabyte is a million bytes is 1 million bytes. A million is 1 times 10 to the 6th. So you can see mega, capital M, 10 to the 6th. Okay, mega, capital N, 10 to the 6th. So that's where we get the term megabyte. A gigabyte is a billion bytes, or 10 to the ninth. Okay, so this is just to give you an example of what these prefixes mean. A kilometer, a kilometer kilometer is 1,000 meters, is 1,000 meters, or 1 times 10 to the third meters, this being 1,000. And if you don't know your scientific notation, you will watch those videos next, so don't worry about that. Okay, so these are examples of what these prefixes mean. Okay, you need to know all of them, or most of them. I'll go over that in a second. So we have tera, giga, mega, kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, pico, femto. Okay, and these are all the symbols for those. Capital T, capital G, capital M. Yes, that does matter, the capitals. Lowercase k, lowercase h, lowercase da, lowercase d, lowercase c, lowercase m. This is the Greek letter mu. It's like a funny looking U. Lowercase n, lowercase b, lowercase p, lowercase f. Okay, so these are all the ones. And so a good little saying that I like to help you remember all of these is the great mighty kids have dropped over dead converting metrics many nights past Friday. So I'm going to say that again. The great mighty kids have dropped over dead converting metrics many nights past Friday. So T, tera, giga, mega, kilo, hecto, deca. This is the base. O is the base. Okay, so tera, giga, mega, kilo, hecto, deca, the base unit, deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, pico, femto. Okay, so those are, so in case you forget, then you have this little saying to help you out, okay? And you can see here if there's a kind of a pattern. Deca is times 10 to the 1. This is times 10 to the 2. This is times 10 to the 3. This is times 10 to the 6, 10 to the ninth, 10 to the 12th. This is times 10 to the negative 1. This is times 10 to the negative 2, 10 to the negative 3, 10 to the negative 6, 10 to the negative ninth, 10 to the negative 12th, 10 to the negative 15th. So you can see it's kind of a pattern. It goes 1, 2, 3, then it goes by 3, 6, 9, 12. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 6, negative 9, negative 12, negative 15. Okay, so these are all of the prefixes that we need to know. So what do you have to do with this? Okay, what do you have to do with this? You need to basically convert units. You need to make sure that your units are the same when you are doing math. Okay, units are the same. So if I say that you have, I'll go easy, I'll do kilometers. If I say you have 3.2 kilometers, but your answer or your units need to be in meters, how do you figure that out? 3.2 kilometers. You use this chart. You set up your little table right here. If you took chemistry before, this is going to look really familiar. If you have not, it may or may not. I don't know what you have been taught before. But I use the table like this. Some people even use this table like this. They put a times right there. Really doesn't matter. It's just a matter of, it's just really what you prefer. So 1 kilometer, so these are all ones. All these are ones. 1 kilometer goes on the bottom. Why does it go on the bottom? So it cancels out with right here. Okay, have to have top and bottom to cancel out. 1 kilometer is 1 times 10 to the third meters. 1 kilometer is 1 times 10 to the third meters. So kilometers cancels out, and we are left with meters. I'm just doing 2 in a row because you might like this thing better because of chemistry. So our answer is going to be 3.2 times 1 times 10 to the third. Okay? So, and if you want to do this easy without even a calculator, 3.2 times 1 times 10 to the third is really just 3 spots over to the right. If it's a positive number, you go to the right. If it's a negative number, you move to the left, essentially. Well, I'll go over that in a second. So 3.2 times 1 times 10 to the third is going to be 3200. How do I get that? 3.2, I'm moving 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 3200. Okay? So let's go backwards now. I have 560 meters. How many kilometers? How many kilometers? Well, 1 times 10 to the third meters is 1 kilometer. So therefore I'm canceling out meters. Because I'm dividing, it's opposite. So I'm going 3 to the left, 3 to the left. So 560 is 1, 2, 3 equals 0.560 kilometers. I'm trying to give you a shortcut here by doing this 3 to the left, 3 to the right business. But if you need to multiply it out, if you need to get your calculator out and go 560 divided by 1 times 10 to the third, then you guess what you got to do. Okay, so figure it out. I'll do another one here. Okay, what's common? Let's do light. Let's do 470 nanometers is how many meters? Okay, 470 nanometers is a wavelength of light. We'll learn about that later. How many? Well, 1 nanometer is equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 9th meters, because I get that right here. So 470 times 1 times 10 to the negative 9th, okay, that's going to give us a very small number. I know it's going to be, because it's a negative 9 and it's multiplied, it's going to be 9. It's going to be 9 to the left. So it's going to be 0.00000470 meters. Or, in other words, 4.7 times 10 to the negative 7 meters. Okay? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I just gave you a way. I just showed you how to use this chart. It is now your job to practice converting units so that way you know, so that way you can convert between units, because you're going to be doing this a lot in this class. And just for reference, this is my own personal chart that I like because I have this nice little saying down here and it has everything, but you will notice on this chart right here, these are the prefixes that you're going to see on the AP test. So they will actually give you these ones because these are the ones we use pretty much all the time, okay? You'll notice this list is a little bit shorter than the list back here because the reality is we really don't use hecto at all. I don't think I've ever used deca either, okay? We don't really use femto that much, to be honest with you, but so there's a practical reality here that these are the ones you will probably use right here. Okay, so this is what you're going to see on the AP test, and you will have a list of these as well. Okay, so one more thing, you're also going to have other conversions, other random conversions, like an electron volt is equal to that many joules. It's the same thing. Okay, so let's say I have 20 electron volts. How many joules? How many joules? Well, I put 20 electron volts here, and I put 1 electron volt on the bottom so I can cancel those out, and on top it's going to be 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19th joules. I don't have any cool little ways to do this easy for you. Basically, pull out your calculator, do 20 times that, and you will have your answer. So these are the conversions. These are just more conversions. These are just some of many that you will see coming up in this course. So you need to know how to convert between you need to know how to convert between units, because it is going to be one of those make or break you things. If you can't do this, then you're going to have a lot of trouble when you get to some problems.